Because it's happening. Ticker's dicks.
How
In
are
the
you
background,
guys?
it goes X. I'll go.
Doing
Yeah.
well over here. Trash Panda, was that what you were just asking?
I was.
Yeah, yeah. Since it was so quiet and we posted in the room, I might as well
Yeah, I'm
just
sorry.
say hey to you
Everybody's
guys,
doing
you
the
know.
reposting. I'm just like in groups posting and I'm trying to get it out there while also leaving a comment myself.
I'll get
I
it from
think
the
while
Swedish
to shield her space.
Discord.
Yes. His responsible. All right. I don't know
I
what
gotta put the link
what's going
out
on. Like,
in some spots as well.
hold on. I gotta make a comment because this. All right. There's shenanigans going on. Shenanigans. Okay, you guys. It's a Thursday. No, it's Wednesday. Oh God. Well, I'm
Not yet.
starting off right. Not yet. I'm front running everything again, just like always. Uh, all right, cool. Well, whatever it is.
Yeah,
Uh,
Wednesday. Yeah.
it's Wednesday.
Um,
It's Wednesday.
yeah. I had to
Hump,
take I
hump
had to
day.
take yesterday off because had
Yes.
some important stuff I needed to take care
Yeah.
of. But
I informed everybody.
how was it?
It was a great space. I was busy, had fun.
Nice.
But I missed you, right? And there were no live streams, so I had to show extra love for everything all the time.
Yes.
But
Well, that's
but it was
awesome.
great.
Yes, I
Mm,
missed
it was great.
all of you
Yeah.
guys as well for sure.
I
Um,
know you've been out for a day and it feels like a
it
week.
it does feel like an eternity. I don't
Yeah.
know like
Yeah.
what the heck. Is it because? Oh, it's because I no, I didn't do 2 days back to back. We did Monday. So it's just yeah, it was because we took Sunday off and then we were back
Yeah.
Monday, and
Yeah.
then me
It's a little
taking
weird.
Tuesday off.
Yes.
That was that was
And the
unusual.
market is also very weird. So let's start off
Yeah,
with a little bit of the
it's
boring stuff before we get
such
into more of this good morning stuff.
That's such a good
And
point.
so,
And well, and
yeah.
actually boring. I don't know if I'd use the word boring. Because
Well, it is
there
kind
was
of
a lot
boring.
of liquidations that happened in the last like two
Yeah.
hours,
So,
3 hours.
yeah. Well,
How
look,
what was it?
we got to
Sunday.
realize that retail isn't here. Retail is short-term holders. These are the ones who always respond emotionally to the market, and this is why I think we're holding the floor. If there was ever such a thing of news and vibes projecting on a chart, it would be that, right? So that's why we're not dropping because long-term holders who bought in at 70K, who bought in at 30K, they're still holding. So, if you know, you know. So, but there isn't much of these short term holders in the market at all, right? We can tell there's no retail. And so, are the whales going to dunk on each other? Is institutional money going to dunk on the other institutional money? That's basically where we're at right now because these have the biggest shares here. So, Fidelity is revealing who is selling Bitcoin. Chris Kuiper, Vice President of Research at Fidelity's digital assets arm, the long term holders who've held their coins for a year or more are now under selling pressure. So they are the ones now coming under pressure. However, based on the data cited by Kuiper, long term holders are currently selling slowly over time. That means that they have no rush to exit the market. As noted by analysts, many long term investors expected the leading cryptocurrency to experience a massive rally in October or November based on historical price action. However, this did not happen, which resulted in frustration. Now, some long term holders are tempted to sell their coin earlier in order to be able to lock in some profits. But as October's strong seasonal pattern didn't hold up and the calendar year is coming to a close, long term holders are looking to make a year end tax and possibly changes, calling in a day when the gains, with the gains that they already have. Bitcoin's positive fundamental developments and lackluster price actions continue to diverge, the analysts say. So, who's buying? So, at the same time, there is still substantial buying from institutional investors, exchange traded funds, the ETFs, and cooperation, and this demand helps to keep the cryptocurrency afloat. Bloomberg's Eric Balkanas has noted that Bitcoin ETF managed to attract more than 500 million worth of inflows today, and made a post about that as well, you guys. So meanwhile, Samson Moe recently blamed um, recent Bitcoin buyers for selling Bitcoin to secure lackluster returns as the cryptocurrency severely underperformed earlier this year. So these retail short holders. Moreover, he claims that this cohort of buyers rushed to sell Bitcoin due to reports of OGs dumping on their holdings. And so this is kind of what we're seeing in the market right now, if we believe the Kuiper guy from what was he from Fidelity, right? And so the yield gap, yeah, there's tons of stuff out there, but I kind of called these moves right here. I was calling people to put in their longs and then close them this afternoon. When the U.S. wakes up, we know that sell pressure comes back in, but also very strongly. And this is just from the United States, right? When we're talking about most of that institutional money. However, Asia is also on the prowl for some buying, right? They're in the market with it. So let's see what holds here. There's no bear market confirmed at all, zero, nada, nothing. Right, so we can from here we can still be the reversal. Even if we get a wick back in 98, a whole candle through, that would be a little bit more serious. But just a wick in there could still cause a bump because there is a ton of liquidity in that range and not so much lower. Actually, there's more liquidity to the upside here. There's on 110, people are ready to long again. There's people who are ready to long on 117, and definitely they're ready to long on 126 because 126 previous all-time high is then confirmed for a pump, right? And so that's kind of what we're seeing. The dominance is relatively stable. That means everything is following Bitcoin and has so uh, since this morning. And but yeah, but now we're just wheeling it back again, and then tomorrow we pump again. That's basically what we're looking at here. The hourlies cooled down. Fourth hour was never a thing. The 2 hour, the 2 hour doesn't it? 3 hour is better. So the 3 hour is calling for a little bit of shorting here, and maybe we're gonna touch the trend line on the 100.045. That would be a target then, and then maybe bouncy from there. Somehow we find a little bit of the support here already on the 101.2. Let's see what happens, you guys. The market, the S&P is pulling up, gold is pulling up, silver is pulling up, and they are trying to front run the news of the United States finally, opening back up again, government wise, and so that part of the liquidity can flow again, and see what happens there. But for now, let's say good morning to some people, and I hope you guys reposted the room. I also hope that you left a comment. Thank you very much. Of course, let's welcome the viewers on our 6 live streams: Twitch, Retake, Kick, X, YouTube, and the Pump Funds. These people are here as well. Hello, you guys. Leave a message over there. We love to read them always after this space. And if you want to come talk to us, you got to head on over here at X, right? And join this space so we can actually hear your voice. Tick wasn't here yesterday, but is back with us. Had a good time. Let's say good morning then to Trash Panda because he's entered the boat for some salmon fishing. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah. Now we're actually cruising out in the waters, so I might lose connections at some point. But yeah, hello guys. Hey, how's it going?
AGM.
Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning. Good morning. Yes. So are you ready? Were you able to get some rest before this whole month of fishing starting again?
No, I've been awake for let's see here. I woke up at 27 hours now,
What?
and
You're awake for 27 hours? How is this a good start of any season here?
well, simply because I struggle with waking up. Like I always if I gotta wake up like early, it always just goes to hell. Like I'm a bee person in soul, in heart, in everywhere. um, so I was like, okay, if I stay awake for 27 hours, I'm gonna sleep early, but I'm on spaces, so that kind of like kills that vibe. um, because I got to wake up so early on board to make people breakfast, which is I'm not gonna lie. Whoever
You're the
invented
cook, right?
breakfast, yeah,
So
yeah,
for
yeah.
everybody, listening in on the live spaces, how do we need to see this, Panda? Are you just like, is this like the deadliest catch, but then just salmon and not so deadly?
It's not this thing is not deadly. Well, I mean, I don't trust this boat. It's a terrible built boat, sorry to say, but it's true. I can't like deny the truth. So if it's really bad weather, I'm actually more worried here than on a like properly made fishing boat like 12 hours out in Russia. But yeah, yeah, it's pretty much safe.
Yeah, no, it's
Not
the
like
most dangerous occupation. Fishing is the number one like most. There's the most fatalities associated with fishing.
yeah. Last year I had a guy who actually yeah, I lost a friend basically on
No
board.
way.
Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was just
I,
watching a documentary about fishing boats out over by the Galapagos Islands and how China has kind of like dominated that industry, that market of commercial fishing boats that fish off of the coast of the Galapagos Island with like large motherships and then little satellite ships that go and do the fishing in the waters not that's in what is it like outside of the international waters, so inside the Galapagos territory, which is like technically not
mm,
legal. But I was watching a whole documentary about this last night, and
yeah, the
they're
big trawlers, right?
big trollers.
Yeah, yeah, trawlers like
Trawlers, take trawlers, not
trawlers.
trawlers.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
the
That would be
crazy
That's the
thing was
funny.
mean machine.
the squid boats were really crazy to see. I had no
Oh,
idea that
really?
the squid boats were like something like spectacular. Yeah, because they have like big ass lights on them, and then the squids ink as they catch them up into the lines and everything, and so they ink all over the boat, and that ink has ammonia in it, so it smells like piss, and that ink stains everything all over the ship, and it's slippery, and
What a
Oh,
so
yeah.
subject, Tick, for a
dude,
Wednesday night, for
yeah,
a
I
hump
was,
day in crypto,
yeah.
talking about how the
That
ink of octopuses smells like urine. What are you
Dude,
doing
octopuses.
to the
Whoa,
space? You're killing the
whoa.
space, Tick.
This
Oh my
face is
God, that
amazing
is
now.
that was
Thank
I
gnarly.
you.
mean, we are
Thank you.
getting more listeners, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
true. Go continue, Tick.
I had no idea of any of this stuff. I randomly came across these guys that were investigating what goes on in the dark. That's what it was. What goes on in the dark waters, like the blah blah blah. And so I was kind of like, well, I wonder what the hell. I was kind of curious. I fell for the clickbait, and it was actually kind of
Yeah,
fascinating. I was like, damn, I had no idea that.
You can just tell that Tick has been doom scrolling again.
yeah, yeah.
Just the
You've been.
random, the
I
random
can tell you something
um,
though. That's like a fun fact, I guess.
mm,
If you go into a Norwegian fishing boat, your clothes is gonna smell of like fish. It's gonna stink. You're gonna stink when you get home, even if you shower on board. Oil or like diesel and semi-rotten fish. I mean, it doesn't go away until you're like had like a bath and soaked and your clothes have been
wow.
cleaned at home.
Yeah, it doesn't
So
like just
like you,
wash off. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, you only bring like bad clothes basically on board. You don't have like your Rolex or your like shirts or whatever. You bring the like uh, I cut my pants into shorts in summer with a knife. You know, that's the kind of like dress code you have.
You wear the foo. You don't wear the real Versace. You wear the faux Sachi. This is
Yeah,
sick.
it's like everything you get from Wish.
Yeah, yeah,
Even if it
exactly.
doesn't fit, you can be as ugly as you want because who cares?
Yeah. That's awesome.
well, that just made for some cool visuals. Let us good morning some more here. We got Alien Collective here, Evil Alien Collective, I should say, because how
You
you
can call
doing,
me
Alien?
Alien. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Happy, Wednesday. Great topics, and yeah, the market. I think it's just a roller coaster, but roller coasters are fun. Volatility is where you make money.
That's
So
it. Yesterday we're talking here, and what's the ticket? We're talking about McRibs and how that
Oh
was
God.
bullish. And that today we were talking about octopus and how it smells like urine. And
Oh, dude, it's
that's just
gnarly,
information you need. Um, but
dude. I should
good
find a
good to
picture
hear.
of that. It's
No,
pretty remarkable. The squid ships. I'm gonna make that one of my what's the ticker posts. Squid
You,
ship photo. Yeah, they're
there you go.
crazy
Dying.
looking. They're absolutely
It's-
crazy looking. Oh shit.
All right, next up, Squid Race.
Oh, that'd be sick too. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, but it would go really slow though. We were counting on do the gladiator battle for what's the ticker? A race is just a race. We need to battle
Well,
each other and
you
just
know what's
kill.
remarkable about that whole thing that I was talking about? These guys, the Chinese workers that work on these ships, a lot of them are being held like against their will because they have debts that they owe and stuff like that, and they're out at sea for years at a time because the mothership can go back to the mainland China and refill with gasoline and everything to keep the satellite boats going. But
Well,
those
that
guys
would
are
be
out.
Panda if Norway was ever going down that route of fishing.
Well, Panda,
And
yeah,
it would be on
imagine
a ship
that.
forever.
Imagine being out at sea for years against your will because you have a debt to the government or something, and they just keep you out at sea for like 3 years until your debt's paid off or whatever. Doesn't that is like to me? I'm like, damn, that's like hell. That's like absolute
Yeah, that will
torture.
that will
Well,
definitely mess up your life. You
Yeah,
possibly
it's
I
sad.
terminate
kinda,
the event.
if I could, I would, but only for a year. I've done 3 months
Here,
so far at most. Yeah, yeah, just to
You
get like clear all my debt.
you would stay out for a whole year if you could.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's
Wow.
you lose 1 year, you work, and you're like after that 1 year, you're gonna live like a better life after that. So 100%, yeah,
all
because you
Damn.
right.
don't spend
Yeah.
money
Well, a
when on board.
year I could see a year, and if you also semi enjoy what you're doing, yeah, right. That shouldn't be. I mean, but what are we talking about? We're here in crypto. You need to stack some Bitcoin. That
Well,
works too, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
that's the more you're on, the more Bitcoin you can stack.
yeah. There we go.
True. True,
Uh,
true. Let's say good morning to Swish here. Swish, good morning. You were first, and we're moving on to Wookie. I see Levon and Trenchworld up here. You guys, if you want to come on stage and talk to us, just go ahead and request up, right? Swish, how you doing? Good morning, Jim, Jim, Jim.
Good afternoon, Wild. How are you?
Doing good. I was hustling on a timeline today. Well, I tried to.
I,
Lackluster performance, but
I've seen you out there. It's been kind of tricky lately.
it
Um,
is. It is,
yeah,
and we're gonna
I
talk
was
about
I,
it.
I was doing really good with impressions.
And then this happened, and it
So,
connected.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I
yes, we
think
can.
you're
Yeah, so,
dropped
yeah,
the connection a little bit.
yeah. Somebody just started calling me. Go figure.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, my engagement on my post went way down recently, and I was getting a lot of impressions before that. Now
Mm-hmm.
I'm finally starting to pick up engagement again. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of work for sure. So,
Yes,
but
definitely.
but thanks for having me up here.
No, no problem. Go farm stage also, right? That's you're allowed to do that here while you're just doing some replies. That's what makes it a little bit more bullish for you as well. Because when you're on stage and talking, or and you're active in spaces, right? It's a little bit easier to go just a little bit tiny faster on a timeline this way. I have felt a little bit of a deboost as well, but not by the algorithm. This is just my own fault, just for not being engaging too much during the day, doing some other stuff. And then you get out, after 3 days, you're done for. You need you need to get back up, but that getting back up is actually happening very quickly as well. So I cannot complain. But let's talk about that a little bit later on. Wookie, how are you doing? Good morning. Good to
Yo,
see you.
yo, good to see you as well. I'm doing great, you know. I
Yeah.
got my Solana Seeker in yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah,
Let's
what?
go.
Yeah,
I
hold
there,
on.
ordered
there.
I also ordered another Sui Play off eBay. I found a good
Yes,
deal. Let's fucking go.
What about the
yes.
Solana play? Are you a fan of that one?
No, 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 Solana Seeker. The Solana
I,
Play
I know
though.
I got the Solana Seeker, but I've been looking at the play Solana, and I'm wondering if, pardon
Eh,
me, the FOMO's
if
hit
if you
me.
loved if you loved Game Boy and stuff like that, then yeah. I mean,
Okay.
they have different little apps and stuff into it, but you can't pack in serious gaming hardware into a
Right.
device that small. It's not
Yeah.
possible. So it really depends how they're going to. If they do it from like an arcade based aspect, I'm super bullish on it.
Yeah.
I just haven't dabbled my toes into it enough, and because I'm so bullish on Sui and the Sui play, I'm like, eh, I don't have time to focus on
Well,
both. I mean, I guess I do, but
with the Seeker, what made you what inspired you to get the Seeker? I have the Seeker and I have the Genesis Season 2
so
NFT, but as far as
you know
other
what made
airdrops, yeah.
me get the Seeker was me winning the free helium hotspot. So because I won that free helium hotspot, I went down the rabbit hole of what's the best way
Mm,
to get stuff. And because I have this Seeker now, you get 2.5 times the rewards when a seeker connects to the hotspot. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna have my own internet off this bitch. So I basically signed it up. I got a new mobile number to it, and yeah, I'm gonna farm some rewards off of it, run spaces off of it. It's just another separate device to have that I
yeah.
can kind of separate everything from
Mm-hmm.
because I work construction IRL, so I have a lot of like between that and crypto and then personal life, my photos are littered with stuff because I take pictures of my projects for
Yeah.
construction, and then next thing you know, I got a million gifts from the Dogeal dogs
Right.
or just etc.
Having
Screenshots up
that
the wazoo.
Yeah, having that as a work phone, even because that's I've got mine on the Helium network, and so I have like another line essentially that I can use that phone for whatever else, and so having that could be dedicated for work phone or like whatever, because that the cameras on it are not bad, and yeah, being able to separate that, like I totally get what you mean. I feel like that's gonna help
Mm-hmm.
you out a lot.
Yeah, but so I got that. I mean, it's a Web3 device, right? So I was bullish on it, but it was really the Helium hotspot that I won for free that made me get it, which I haven't gotten a shipping thing yet from them or anything. They were like, "We'll get back to you as soon as possible." I'm like, "All right."
On
But
the
anyway,
Helium
um,
hotspot.
yeah,
Mm.
and so I'm like, come on, guys. Like, I got my other thing now. Give me give me that so I can play with it.
That's awesome.
Um,
The Seeker is sick, man. Like I love it, but I just it depends on like your use case, and I don't trade perps or anything. So for me, it's kind of like, but it's I don't take advantage of it as much as I guess I could
Well, you
be.
know what? Just to have another device is going to be helpful. I
Yeah, I
mean,
love
just
it.
like Brooke says, at one point you're just stashed with things, and
Mm-hmm.
then you got to do the whole folder, and that takes time if to folder everything, and you're not going to keep up with that because it's hectic. And so just to have a different device just helps you out so much there. That's just a given. So,
hmm hmm
Wookie has tons of merch, you guys. If you're a project, right, go ahead and can we pull something up on the live stream tick for Wookie here?
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
gonna pin
And Wookie
my
pin something up.
yeah.
I see a Vault community in the room. Always good to see you guys get vaulted. Heine Coin has entered the room here, the space. So we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. Soul Gods is represented, so I guess that's on the menu, token and the NFT. And so, but let's talk about the Wookie. Wookie merch is here.
Oh, have you
Yeah,
talked
so
to
I
Adam
went
and? Oh, sorry.
No, the way
you're
I'm
good.
going to address Adam a
I'm
little bit
worried
later.
about
He was
him.
going to. No, no, he's okay.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
I talked to Adam.
Cool.
Mhm.
So let's pull something up for Wiki on the live stream here. It's also pinned up above. Personalized NFT token merch for every project, every tribe, every corner of crypto, right? A glow at POG coins, and it can link to your brand, fresh shirts to rep your vibe, limited bags with culture built in. And so you can pre-order there as well.
Yeah,
So,
the pogs are
and it's
Yes.
not
amazing.
just limited. It's not just limited to what you see. I had someone from the dog community who actually um is missing an eye, and so we made him a
Oh,
custom
yes.
Dogeal dog eye patch,
Oh my
which
God.
is
I
super
was
bullish,
imagining an
super sick.
eyeball. Dude, I was
An
Yeah,
like,
we make
man,
eyeball.
that's kind of
socks.
twisted.
No, 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 no. We make socks
Okay.
though too. I'm actually gonna put the socks in the comments because they look really cool. But everything, anything you can think of, we will do custom.
Underwear.
Um, yeah, you want some custom
DVDs.
underwear? I'll make you some custom underwear. But
There we
that's
go.
that's the whole point here is I wanted to do a custom custom merch store for Web3 that is, everything's in Web3, payments,
You,
all of it,
you know what would be
So,
bullish are those tattoos, the ones like for the little kids, dude. If you did little
The
doginal,
temporary,
yeah, if you did doginal dog temporary tattoos, I think kids would love that. I don't know if
right? That's not a bad idea.
yeah, I
You
don't
know
know
what's
how
on my
difficult.
menu?
I wonder how difficult it is to make those. Yeah, go ahead.
I was trying to get those for the Bitcoin conference, which is on the
Te
13th and the 14th
temporary tattoos?
tomorrow. No, I
Oh,
was gonna get the Bitcoin contact lenses with the gold
oh,
Bitcoin.
dude, that would
Hey,
be
Wookie,
Oh
can you do
wow.
like
insane.
plushies?
Say it again.
What's
Do
up?
you do plushies work?
No.
No plushie by
Well,
book.
I mean, can you source it though? Like if you somebody asked for it?
I could probably figure it out.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Let me see
Yes.
your message.
Shoot me a DM. Yeah.
Let's
Yes,
see. For
Wookie's DMs are open
for
for
imprint
business.
forimprint.com, they sell temporary tattoos. So, dude, this is
Yeah.
yeah, custom temporary tattoos range from 7 cents to 79 cents. So, if you order a
Let me ask you
1,000,
another question.
go ahead.
So could you do limited supply, like super high quality, like hype beast style drops?
Um, with building in time, yes. As of right now, we're not really set up and like built like that, but I could definitely do, yeah, definitely like a limited run, this and that. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, the only
Like if
thing
I had a
that's
specific if I had a specific blank I wanted, you could source it and then print on it.
Oh, easy. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
And like custom anything, like I even made a jersey, right, for myself and my Dogeable dog. I'm gonna put that in the comments as well. But yeah, custom jerseys, custom whatever.
These jerseys
We'll
are
make it work.
fire. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
let's
These
see where
jerseys
it
are real
is.
fire. Absolutely.
yeah, the quality of all the stuff looks amazing. It looks like
You
really
gotta
high
have good
quality stuff.
quality. You
Yeah,
cannot
for
come
sure.
with shit. So you gotta have some
Well,
quality, right?
and
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing with me is I have the direct connection. Like I can call up the my merchandise connect and literally just be on the phone with them and change anything exactly to how I want it, even down to the product quality, placement, ink, like whatever. And where you go through for imprint or something and you only get a select amount of locations you can put the logo, you can only get, you know what I mean? So this is a completely customizable
Mm,
platform that we're building.
that is sick.
Yeah, where the heck is the jersey? Hmm. I have a picture of me in it somewhere.
I
It's
was gonna
really
say you
nice.
were rocking it. You guys, if you have questions related to this, then go ahead, have the conversation with Wook. Let's have it. Let's have it.
Okay, like I wanted to ask, like, how long have you been like developing this personal project?
Um, on and off since I met Wild, really. I mean, we were Wild, I've been trying to do the custom merchandise for back when we were in those meme coins and stuff. And then I realized you really have to have a community behind when you do some merchandise. And so, and those meme coins were just like quick flips and stuff like that. But so like I really started running it up like the last 3 months and getting everything into like exactly how I want it and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And then we did a Dojo Dog Las Vegas, so I brought a bunch of merch out there and gave it out and stuff like that. So it's really on the ramp up phase, but
Hmm.
we can do anything really. Any sort of adventure you want to get into. We'll at least attempt it or, see what we can do.
Here's my question: like, since you publish, the store is active, right now, like to a certain degree.
The stores, right now, it's like more pre-order form, through Google Doc.
Ah.
I'm setting up the payment system properly so you can just pay right with crypto. But I'm gonna get it embedded into the website, so it's just a secure, and it's going to use like a secure payment system. I can't remember exactly what it's called,
Hmm.
but my person doing my website's handling that. So, but yeah, yeah, we're gonna get it all nice and built up.
Shopify.
Is this gonna be like a drop shipping kind of a thing where the manufacturer makes it and ships it out directly to the customer, or will you have this
Correct.
like? Oh, okay. Now, okay, that sounds fair. That sounds fair. Like, will this be global shipping or only in the United States?
United States at first, but global, of course, with expansion. Yeah, most definitely.
Oh, that's very interesting. So, what is your end goal? Like, what do you want to achieve in this year?
So the reason we're actually creating this, a part of, I do daily spaces every day. I do my own at 8 p.m. EST, and then I co-host at 7 p.m. EST and 9 p.m. EST. So we call our crew, we're all Dojonal dogs. We call us the 789 crew and 789 studios. And we originally kind of were like, how are we going? Well, let me run that back. With that, we wanted to make a Dojonal dog cartoon to explain crypto and break
Mm-hmm.
it down super friendly and stuff like that. And to get these, we want it to be like professional and really, really good, right? So we're like, okay, how are we going to
Mm-hmm.
raise money? And me in my back of my mind, I'm like, oh my God, I had this merch idea and connections. And so I reignited all of that in order to fuel basically a educational Dotional Dog cartoon that we're bootstrapping from the bottom up. We have people who can do animations and stuff like that, but you need a whole animation house to handle, like, if you're doing a super nice like production quality
Of course,
stuff. But
of course.
yeah, yeah.
It takes a lot of organization to like have an animation team going,
Hmm.
especially if it's like a long running project. Like I've seen those studios in action. It's a lot of work and it takes a lot of management to not burn out your employees.
Yeah,
But
and so
I
this
would,
is a marathon, not a sprint. We're just making this happen no matter what, and the custom merch is going to be the fuel to it, right? And that's the driver behind it all.
here's my question. Like, some people do something like this where if somebody subscribed to your X channel, they have like exclusive perks. Will this be similar in like functionality if somebody
So I actually am getting subscribers. So I'm working on my monetization right now, and I'm definitely gonna do giveaways for sure to those subscribers for custom things, right? And we'll do probably monthly, or we could even do weekly giveaways, right? This just depends how busy things are, and but yeah, yeah, definitely.
How
So
far along
gonna
are you with your monetization? Are you getting it?
I'm starting back up. I was very, very close in the spring when I had time off, but during last winter, but now with the winter coming, I'm starting to ramp everything up again, and I will get it going. But yeah, I'm
Yes,
like
I have
four
some
mil
I
away.
alpha for you. I have some alpha for
Like,
you how you not need to do 100 replies a day
hmm
for monetization or even more, right? But
hmm
just by a little hack that I figured out on my own, where my biggest good morning post was almost 9 million.
that's wild. Yeah, I
And that's
seen
Damn.
that.
why,
I see when you popped off. That's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely we can chat it up because I definitely want to get that going.
yeah.
And as well, so with me, with my account, my profile, I base it a lot around crypto mining and crypto gaming.
Mm-hmm.
So with my subscribers, I'll be doing giveaways for those types of things as well, whether it's lottery miners, and we cover that in my daily spaces. Feel free to come by, set noties on for me. But yeah, I'll be doing giveaways for those subscribers, such as like the lottery miners, or like I just bought this Sui Play to give away. I don't have subscribers enabled yet,
Nice.
but eventually I will be giving away a Sui Play. I'm not going to say exactly when, I'm going to play it all into hype and stuff like that, of course, because that's what you do. But yeah, eventually I'll be giving away a Sui Play.
like, what do you mean like lottery mines? You mean those small devices that solo mine?
Correct.
Yes.
Aren't those
wait.
those things like they have like a 1 in a octillion chance to win a Bitcoin?
Um, it's a ridiculous amount of years, yes. Like
Septillion. I'm just kidding.
Ah,
two
septillion.
You
hundred
Okay,
can make it
thousand.
up.
It's 1 in 200,000 years, like type
okay.
deal.
If you're like an immortal vampire, that's like a good investment. Like I would say
Or
that's
Like
if
a
you're
good
very
cover.
investment.
lucky.
Well,
Well,
you know what? What
regardless,
they're
they're a
great
hundred
for.
dollars, and it's for the
Yeah,
culture, for
exactly. So
real.
what they're
Like
great
that's
Yeah,
for is to just onboard people that have not experienced crypto. They can have that thing on. It's a nice. It would be like a nice Christmas gift, gimmick,
you also
birthdays.
it's
learn
But
how
basically
to
a
yeah,
set
zero
up
plot with the
mining
odd. Yeah.
stuff.
yeah.
Hmm.
You learn about how to set up mining though as well, and that's a big thing of it because you learn how to set it to the pools. You can look into the back end of it and see what's going on and like how it's processing,
Hmm.
and then you can go from there if you want to get a better miner.
Yeah, that's like a okay. That's a fair way to say it. It's just an introduction to the crypto mining space and
Yes.
crypto in
Hmm.
general.
I was reading something. Are you talking about the little miners, the ones that are like the credit card sized miners?
Well, they vary. They can vary
Oh,
Some
from
are
this.
bigger.
Yeah.
have you seen those little credit card sized ones that are they're like lottery cards. They're lottery tickets essentially, but
Not
they're mini.
credit card
Yeah,
version. No,
bro.
I've seen
They're
USB
little.
sticks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
crypto. I'll find it. But yeah, it's a crypto miner mini. Let me see, credit card sized. I wonder if that's gonna. This is this it? The $25 mini home Bitcoin miner for anyone. The hobbyist miner. I think. Oh no, this isn't it.
That's like
That's not it.
that's like a Alibaba listing type thing. That's how it sounds.
yeah,
No, I
that
It's
saw.
doesn't
like very
sound
general.
real.
No, I saw a freaking more doom scrolling a video of these people like reviewing it. It's the Woo Miner, I think. So if I go on
It will
shop,
take you 90 billion years, but
yeah,
you
yeah,
will find
Yeah.
a Bitcoin.
this is it. This is
You
it.
will.
So the USB Bitcoin Miner touchscreen nerd miner is $40, and it's like not
Okay,
much.
so yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, dude, it's a Woo Miner. So WOOMINER.com, and the thing is like it looks like about the size of a credit card, and that's the whole thing. Is it takes the odds of it getting Bitcoin correct are like very slim, but I think it mines the entire Bitcoin if I remember correctly.
So
Um,
it actually mines a whole block, which right now is
oh,
3.25 Bitcoin.
okay,
But that's a slim to none chance. And you have
yeah,
to, when you're looking at these lottery miners, you do have to factor in their hashing power, right?
Yes.
How efficient are they, right?
uh huh.
So I have one that I bought for $100 that does a terahash.
Oh wow, and this one
Um,
does 470. What is that? Kilohash per second?
yeah.
Okay.
So
So yeah, what is
it,
that? 500 times
but
faster?
there's also lottery miners that cost $500 that do 10 terahashes, right?
Mm.
And so that drops your chances down from 200,000 years to 20,000 years, right? So it's the
Yeah,
more you put into it, more you get out.
for sure.
But at that same time, you're still 1 in 20,000 years, you know?
Well,
Like,
it's like
Mm.
if you
It
take
still
care of
can do it.
yourself and you have like super how do I say health potions, and you can like make it happen. You can make it happen. You just have to have over like trillions of dollars to make yourself immortal. But
well,
it's realistic
or
to a
be
certain
very
degree.
lucky, right? So
Be very
Wild
lucky,
actually
that's it.
knew me when I was very unlucky. Well, not unlucky. I was lucky but unlucky at the same time, right? So I have an S19J Pro crypto miner. It's actually pretty decent. It at the time when I bought it was like $3,000. That was like 2.5 years ago. I had this miner solo mining in April or May of 2024. It was right after the halving. Um, I had it solo mining before that, and then after the halving, I was like, "Oh man, it's just gonna suck." So I put it to pool mining, and within 6 days, it mined a Bitcoin
A
block by
Bitcoin.
itself.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It mined a block by itself, but I didn't get paid anymore. I would have made
You
like
should switch
equivalent
to
right
pool.
now, it's like
Yeah.
$300,000, like
Yeah,
four
Yeah,
me
hundred
too.
thousand dollars.
yeah.
And it did it in 6 days. You know what I
Wow.
mean?
Yeah.
Of being in that pool. I was only live for 6 days of being up in
Well,
that pool.
yes, and I guess that's
And
because
so it's
after the halving, a lot of miners are bowing out, right? Because
yep.
right after the halving, you see that mining intensity dropping so much, and so that's kind of why, right? So, but then everybody switches to the pool, and then yeah, guess what? Your miner does mines a whole block, right?
Yep. And so there is logic behind this too. So like right around the halvings is good times to turn on your miners and stuff like that. Like you can strategically, or let's say Bitcoin somehow makes within the next like 2 days it hit an all-time high. You'd want to be mining Bitcoin because there'd be so many transactions going through. You're actually getting paid a lot more too. So
Mm. So it's more logical to wait for an all-time high and that moment to have a higher likelihood of getting a
Yes,
Bitcoin.
but
yeah.
Bitcoin mining right now for the average Joe is undoable.
My question, like, why would
Considering
you? Okay,
it's
let's say we want a lottery miner. Okay, I understand. Sorry to interrupt you, but like,
yeah.
here's the thing. Let's say I don't want to mine Bitcoin. I want to mine something else. Is there anything I can mine on that lottery miner? Let's say some other coin that has a better likelihood of actually giving me a real profit.
No, no, you
No.
have
Yes.
no. You have Bitcoin lottery miners. These are for
Like
Bitcoin.
you can, but you're not actually mining the coin. You're mining Bitcoin and they're converting it to a different token for you.
Yeah,
Oh.
There's
that's what you can
yeah,
do.
and so
Yeah,
that's a thing. I was doing that for a while too. Like, but with those miners, they mine a penny a day, and
yeah,
it costs 3 cents in electric a day.
that's it.
So there you
Profit,
go.
sheer profit right there. Just so we have
So,
sheer profit. Like
so
If
clean
you
so
profit.
if you're the owner of the electricity center, yes, that's sheer
Yeah.
profit.
Right.
That's kind of
no,
where we are at right now with
Mm.
mining as a whole, right? All proof of works, because when we are talking about mining, it's a proof of work. Bitcoin is proof of work, but Bitcoin goes through a halving. Now, what happens at a halving is not what people think is happening. So, it's getting more difficult to mine a Bitcoin. It's going to take more of your hardware. It's going to take more electricity because it's going to get harder to mine one. And so it will take in about 2040 or something, 2035, it will take 100 years almost to mine out that last Bitcoin.
Yeah,
I think
from
95% of
from
Bitcoin is already
2030. Yeah.
is already mined out. See?
the
That's
last
why
Bitcoin was mined in 2025.
that's why we're gonna have a bottleneck on Bitcoin. So this is mining behavior versus trading in the chart,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why largely we believe the 4-year cycle. I think Satoshi. I think it was a group that Satoshi. I don't know who has his mic open, but I hear. Who's
Mine
doing?
was open, but
Who's,
that wasn't me. No, I think
it
It's
that's
live
wasn't
on.
me.
okay.
It wasn't me
Live
either.
on.
So where was I going with this? Oh yeah, the 4-year cycle. So that's why we speak of 4-year cycles, partly because of the halving, but also not forget the S&P has a strong 4-year cycle as well. That's how liquidity moves in 4-year cycles. But then the halving, I think Satoshi did that 4-year halving based upon the S&P, based upon the stock
Mm-hmm.
market's 4-year cycle. It must have been. It's too coincidental for that not to be a thing, right? So I guess he did that halving every 4 years. But that doesn't mean that the bull run is lasting 4 years. It's that whole cycle. And so, yeah, every bull run has been prolonged, and that means from the market bottom to the bull top. In the beginning, we go there faster because the market cap is lower, and then we gradually start to prolong the bull run. But the bull run is not the 5-year cycle. These are two separate things. So just to get that clear a little bit, so mining for the average Joe and Jane is almost impossible, right?
Yeah.
To do in
So
profit, and so
the
it's going to cost you. And so who is mining then? Well, countries are mining. Russia is a big miner. China is a miner. Argentina is a miner. U.S. is a miner, right? There are tons of countries right now are investing in mining, and so the whole mining part of Bitcoin is almost centralized. There's no, the average Jane and Joe and retail is not mining anymore because it doesn't make sense. And then there's other tokens that we still can mine that's proof of work, right? But maybe we need a whole different space altogether for this work because that goes then a little bit too
well,
deep.
my spaces are all about
There you
mining and
go.
stuff.
See, all about
But
mining.
one
That
more
will,
thing before we do switch it, because we can switch it. It roughly, if you're trying to get into mining and you're trying to do your own thing, you better be ready. If you want it to be make sense, have $100,000 to put into a good operation, do solar on your house, right? Get some good machines, do all this shit. But it is like a minimum of $100,000 if you want
yeah,
to like do it logically.
yes.
Otherwise, it's just for fun, really, or learning.
And learning yeah, well, it's gonna cost you some learning money then in that case, right? Because you're gonna,
Hmm.
if you cannot have an alternative source decently of energy, then you're done. That's a no, right? Because in most countries we pay way too much for electricity, and so it has to come from a different source, and then that has got to be bought as well. And you think about wind, solar, hydro, all of that. But yeah, you need some strong stuff because it's going to take 600 terawatts to mine one Bitcoin in the next halving. So that's a shit ton, considering what you would a household do in one day. But
It's
this
like a
was
city's worth.
it's a city's worth, and that's what the halving was all about, right? This is the mechanism of Bitcoin, and that's why we call this a scarcity asset, and it was done this way. And I think it's no accident that that 4 year halving cycle really corresponds with the 4 year stock market cycle, liquidity cycle, I should say, right? Because gold goes through the same 4 year shenanigans, and that's because of the liquidity cycle. That's something else, and that has been going on for 150 years. That liquidity cycle, and so I think he aligned that 4 year halving with that in order to have the mechanism work and align. So um,
Yep.
yep. But it's always good to think about that stuff. You and more Easter eggs that Satoshi did. If you're diving a little bit into Bitcoin mining and what it is, how it came about, and then you see the puzzle pieces start to fit, right? The reasons why he did things um, the way he did. If it was a he, I think it was a group, but they. But let's move the conversation forward because we gonna have to do some shilling here, right? So who is up for shilling? Any immediately Panda is all
Ooh,
about
ooh.
shilling right away.
Oh, you know it, my girl. Okay, you're not my girl, but you know what I mean. I'm always
Yes,
ready.
sure.
But first, one quick thing. I saw Wookie was talking about monetization. Wild has a trick there, but if you want, I can. I've like got hold of a hack. I've got 1 million in less than 24 hours, and it's only like 50 replies. It's very easy. You can DM me anytime. I'll give you the secret sauce. You're a
Okay,
good one.
sweet.
So yeah,
I had
yeah, yeah,
a post yesterday or a comment to a TMZ post. I literally just said so bad, and it got
yeah,
250,000 views.
yeah. This
Yeah,
is the
it
same
doesn't
kind
really
of stuff,
matter.
basically.
It
Like,
doesn't really matter.
it don't.
But
Shorter
but
is
I
Anyways,
almost
can I
better.
can release some alpha for all you
Yes, please.
guys who are listening right now. If you do not want to do 50 comments and you have an account that is decently set up. So I know me when you say good morning, you have about 30, 40, 50 people that say it back, right? Also, you can do this possibly, I cannot say this, but possibly you could do it with a group because the first 5 to 10 minutes of your own post, the most traction it gets there determines the output of the whole post throughout the time that it's on. So um, you post in a if you do the good morning thing, it's nice if you post in a good morning community or an X content creation community. Then you repost your own post. Make sure it is at least 5 times reposted within 5 minutes. And then you do that for 4 or 5 days, your post will go viral. Now that's good for getting monetized with one or two. You can get monetized, which is one of two of your own posts, which you were gonna make anyway, right? And you were gonna say good morning back to these people anyway. So there's nothing extra there than posting in the community. The downside is if you're already monetized like I was just trying to figure out how to do this and have some numbers in, like what mattered, right? What didn't matter, and so I got very clear on that. Got the millions of views, but then what happened is that my engagement rate dropped, and so engagement rate is a big metric that we have for how bullish you are, because it's like this: if you have 5 million views but 800 comments, and it's only 100 more than I would get with like 10K views, it's going to tell the algorithm, oh, so many people didn't like it, basically. So if I have 10K views and I have 1,000 comments, it tells me that, oh, people really liked it, and it liked it by this percentage. Because from 10,000 views, let's say 800 people responded with a like or a comment. Now, so if you go viral with one post, that's great. You can get monetized. That's then a plus. But if you're monetized already, don't do that. Why? You're not getting paid for views. You're getting paid for comments. and then it deboosts you because then it tells the algorithm, yeah, 5 million people looked at it, but only 1,100 gave a reply. And so that's why chasing cloud that way is really not helpful for your account, because immediately after that I start to get deboosted just a little bit more every time I did a viral post, which is crazy. So you use this mechanism, but it doesn't translate into more followers or more, these things are unrelated. A lot of people say, like, I need a lot of followers. There's some truth to it. So here's the thing with followers. When you're at 3K, you get a little boost. And when you're at 10K, you get a big boost. And that's the only boost you're going to get from then on, right? So diminished returns there. That's it. You're not getting more engagement because you're having more followers. Then you still need to align with the algorithm and bring the content that aligns, or else no engagement. Also, you need to engage with other people, or else no engagement. That's still a thing. So all these metrics are separate from each other this way, and one doesn't equal the other. So followers doesn't equal engagement, views don't equal higher pay or being more bullish, being out there, right? Engagement ratio has a little bit more to say in this than anything else. And this also means the engagement on the comments that you put on other people. That's why we always make sure that when we make a comment, that somebody likes it and comments back, because that's actually giving you a little bit of more lift. I hope that that was a little helpful for you guys to move on X a little bit with this, because a lot of people make the mistake that they need 100K followers. Well, guess what? If the 100K followers are not into crypto, you're speaking about crypto, no engagement. So you still got a line. And then, so that's the thing, right? If you're selling farming tools, but you're, people that follow you are hairdressers, yeah, there's
That's so stupid. Ouch. For what? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Bullish, very bullish. So yeah, so it's like yeah, I'm looking at the meeting space digital office for Soul on Chain. So yeah, you're making connections with the right people. That's absolutely for certain. And forgive me, I was reading something while you were talking. I don't know if you mentioned there is going to be implementation of NFTs into the game as well. Wow, huh? This is yeah, this is crazy. So if I go on to world.trench dot world, yeah. Yeah, I'm for sure. I'm certainly curious. And then so build your Woka. Yeah. Wow, this is crazy, man. This is really elaborate. Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, this is cool. I'm checking it out right now. Oh yeah. Can you play it? Can you play it on desktop? So, society.xyz is it? Oh, society.io.
Like, oh yeah, we made Adidas NFTs. No, Adidas on their webpage has this listed. Like they're legit partner. So this ain't no patty cake baker's man. You know, bake me a cake as fast as you can. Anyway, yeah, but anyway, regardless, I've been going decently into Society. I actually played the game, which you guys can see up top in the Jumbotron, a quick little 2-minute gameplay preview that I played during they had what was called a play test on the last week
Mm.
of September. for anyone to play, right? Anyone could have went on, and this game is on Epic Games Store, so it's a big one. And it also actually, without, and I found this myself, Steam listed it on their platform as well, which is super bullish because they're the number one, gaming platform for PC, at least. Well, in general, I think actually. But and they just like low key, they didn't announce, they just put it in their library to download in the future. Like it's not available yet, but to me that's super bullish because they have a ton of players. But yeah, I initially played it on the Sui Play that I ordered late last year for a Christmas gift for myself. Got it in September. Now, this Adidas NFT, if I would have been paying attention and like in the society thing, it launched in what was it? June or May. But they launched and people, it was super hyped. And then people kind of are very, very impatient. So the prices of them have been dropping a lot, but not a lot because I've been scooping them up and there's other people that are. But anyway, regardless, check out Society, guys. It was very fun to play. They have a legitimate ecosystem. I recommend going to their white paper and looking up all of their stuff because they break down the exact tokenomics of everything, what's going to go into that. They have a 4-year vesting schedule for the Society token to be distributed for in-game rewards. And that's just off this initial get. Anyway, but so they're in for the longevity. The numbers are there on the white paper for like what's going on with everything. It tells you the game is going to launch Q4 of 2025, which is pretty much right now. In my eyes, they're going to want to get this game into gamers' hands before Christmas. They're going to want to be getting the gamers to play it so then it goes up on those, platforms as a recently downloaded game or like a hot game. Um, so personally, I see it coming out in the next few weeks here. And we'll see. You guys will hear from me. I'll be back up in the space chatting about it.
Yes,
And
remind
yeah.
me because it's so I'm sometimes so scattered all over the place because I hear so many tickers and I need to be at so many AM. See, here's what happens. You glitch AMAs, and and you hear so much is that sometimes these things that I'm really interested in get a little bit of a backseat, which they shouldn't because this is so bullish. And so yeah, fill us in, Wook, on that. Keep us updated on the stuff for real.
I got a question for this
Yep. What's up?
actually, and this is like I just heard it like vaguely because the internet was about to rug. I'm on like one bar, but was it so you get like passive income for holding their NFT? Because I fuck with that because this is like
Correct.
the
So
future of this is like the
there's
future of gaming,
they have a
100%.
they have a sole partnership with Adidas for their clothing. So any in-game clothing, well, not all, but some in-game clothing items will be branded with the Adidas logo. Any of those Adidas um like branded items, half of that, 50% goes to Adidas because it's their name. The other half is going, I think 10% is goes into the pool that goes back to rewards, or it's basically like the team's funds. It's going to go back to the team. They can redistribute it, whether it's in-game rewards, giveaways, onboarding, yada yada. And then the other 40 goes to all the NFT holders. There's 2,600 NFTs and they vary in rarity type from uncommon at the lowest. Next level is rare, then it goes epic, and then first. Uncommon, there are 1,600. Rare, there are 300. Or no. Uncommon, there's 1,600. Rare, there's 700 roughly. I think it's 640 actually. Yeah, 640. And then epic is 300 and first is 78. So and they carry weight differently based on their rarity, right? So the first ones are going to get you more in comparison, but yeah, it's really interesting. And the fact that they have this partnership and I played the actual game, I'm like, this is a legit thing. It just made me super bullish.
Yeah, I
Yes.
totally get that.
Also in-game rewards, Panda, there for society.
Oh, like yeah, it's
Yes.
a like pay you can play for free and you can earn so there's two different things. There's in-game currency and there's XO token. The in-game currency at the end of the seasons is allowed to be converted into XO at the end of each season, and or when they say, right. I assume that's at the end of each season, but there's going to be basically like periods of time where you can convert the in-game token to out-game token. You can also use that in-game token for different items in game, right? And when you're in game, all of your items on your player are actual NFTs. And when you go into the game with those, if you die, you lose them. They go to the other players that pick them up.
Oh
Now, if
damn.
those items despawn or credits despawn, they go into the next rewards pool for the next, like, different games. They'll get distributed into the different rewards pools. But yeah.
So it's pretty strict.
Oh yeah, and they have it all aligned in like all their white paper. They have everything like super public, so it was really easy to like track and follow, especially since I played the game. It's kind of hard to conceptualize if you didn't, but I got in game and there's a little marketplace section in the pre-lobby where you can go and you can purchase these things and you like walk around. It's almost like a metaverse, but not. Earlier, who was talking about the metaverse? Oh, he's gone. But I think any video game is a metaverse
French
personally.
world, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think any video game is metaverse. World of Warcraft, definitely. Like
Yeah.
RuneScape, yes. GTA, yes. These are all metaverses. Even almost these Twitter spaces, because we're in them so
Yes.
fucking much, you know? It's
Yes,
just a different land that you're spending your time in. You're
I
not
agree.
spending your time in reality, right? And so you're in these
Yeah.
virtual worlds. But I don't know. I'm super bullish on all of that. Web3 gaming is going to be absolutely huge. So
Yeah,
I'm
like
uh
I
this
agree.
I'm waiting
in my
for spaces to be a little bit more bullish, with so we can do a little bit more,
Mm-hmm.
while we sit in here. We can do the emojis, but that's as far as we're coming here to having fun, other than talking. And that how about moving around? It would be nice to move around. Right, there's this hierarchy right here. I'm here, and then the co-hosts are all next to each other, and it's kind of like, hey, can we have our own seat? Maybe I want to be close, sit close to Doc right there, Doc, right? And maybe we want to move to there, right? It would be nice if you could just have your finger on your little round thingy there.
you
Just
have
bring
like your
yourself.
bestie
Yeah,
and
you
you're
go like,
pinned
hey,
next
bestie,
to
I'm
your
moving to
bestie.
you, right? Shake your hand, high five, right? And then, wouldn't that be bullish to gamify it just a little bit? I think it would
Well,
be.
Yeah.
I
that's
mean, it
kind
would
of
be
what
total
Trench
chaos,
World.
but
That's what Trench World is kind of doing. Is that like
yeah, but then
virtual?
on X, right? But here's the
Ah,
thing,
true.
X, you probably could make an alternative world like that. But then you need to use the X API keys, and these are freaking expensive. So let's not go there. That's going to be an expensive. But maybe you can have people then pay for a web. Well, you know what? Elon needs to sort that one out. I'm not going to figure it out for him. Not today, Elon. Not today. See, Doc is giving me the hands up. Yeah, just coming over. Just high five, man. Right? Just you move your little thingy across the room. That would be nice. Have like a bar setting where you can change the background to a bar or something, or that would be nice, right? That I think that would be easy
Oh,
to
instead of the
implement.
black, do like a
Yes, instead
themed
of
background?
yes, like a
Okay,
theme.
okay.
So we're in Vegas, so we could be in a bar or
Or
whatever on a
if
beach.
you're
Wild's
doing a token, you
Lounge.
put the token logo
Yeah,
on the back so there's like a
yeah,
big Bitcoin or whatever. That's
yeah.
that's dope.
Something, something. But no, it's been the same for the last 3 years. We got Lurky now as AudioFi. Lurky, if you're not signed up with Lurky and you're running a
Ooh,
project, you're part of a project, you got to do it.
what about the
It's,
Coinbase listing? Didn't they get
they
listed
got,
on
they,
Coinbase 2 days ago?
yeah, no, CMC. I think it was first they got CMC. Let me check because
Yeah,
I
What's
was
the
no,
market cap?
no, Lurky. They got listed on Coinbase thanks to Jesse Pollack. They posted about it like 2 days ago.
oh,
Um,
let me look on the
let me
Lurky. I
see.
missed
Where
a
does
lot
it
of
say
Lurky
it?
Alpha lately.
Breaking
Lurky.
news. Where is
Breaking
it?
news.
Where the hell was it? This was
Where's your
13 hours
thing?
ago. So yeah, I saw it 2 days ago. It was right here. We are officially on Coinbase. Shout out to Jesse
Oh,
Polak,
here we go.
Coinbase base for allowing base projects to get listed for wider distribution via
Oh, I
DEX.
see it. Yeah.
So what I'm curious about also is if Panda Pump, which he's the dev from Panda Pump's been DMing me. He always hits me up with like technical questions and things like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I know that he was talking about how that was on the horizon months ago when they first brought that project to us. So I don't know if they did like a mass listing. That I'm really curious what if there's any
Hmm.
developments for them too. I'm gonna reach out to him. I told him to join us today, but he's probably busy at work or something.
Yeah,
But
lots of people. I got lots of messages back. Lots of people are busy every life doing things.
yeah, but
So,
what's going on with Lurky though? So campaigns. So all the 717 that ended last week, and right now we're kind of in uh, limbo. There's no active campaigns going, but
there's a new. I know that there's a new campaign coming out,
okay, cool.
brewing. There's going to be another, possibly another season for virtuals as well. So that's why we're stacking gains, just like we did with Lurky, right? And not gonna lie, I made a ton, right? Almost $1,000 with Lurky. I made Wook. You hear that?
Oh yeah.
Just
Did you
yeah.
have a bunch of referrals on there as well?
Yes, I do, and
That's
I
what it
was
is.
I was in the top 5 of the leaderboard for Lurky for
Yeah. Do you hear about Click? He's number
yes,
one.
yeah, yeah. So around that time, I just had to I couldn't be in spaces as much, and but I still did my best, right? So I was still in the top 5, so I still tried. And at the time, I couldn't do the giveaways to get referrals more and stuff like that. So the referrals I got were pretty much organic as a byproduct, which was, I mean, it's great, right? And even Click was saying, I wish I would have gone the extra mile, even though we all went the extra mile at the
Mm-hmm.
time,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just because of how it went. But I think that something like Lurky is sitting right now at 1.7 mil market cap. But right? I don't know. Last time I checked, 2 mil, 1.72 mil, something like that. Um, Let us
I
see.
gotta double check. Yeah, I'm sure off the top.
Yeah, I don't want to talk nonsense
Let
here.
me see. So where do you go? Not reverb. Is it reverb? Okay, grab Lurky here.
1.8 million. So we're sitting right now 1.8 million for Lurky, but this is easy 50 millis worth, right? We went from 5,000 speakers in the beginning, even less. I was there in like June,
Mm-hmm.
beginning of June,
Yeah.
when the campaigns weren't even running back then, and it was like sub 5K speakers. Right now there are 155,000 speakers, and this is just gonna continue on.
Dude, the chart looks like it's a really good buy. When you look at the chart, it just looks like an
Yes.
incredible buy. It just screams
Well,
buy.
basically, you guys, you gotta go on Lurky, and then not just Lurky, because Lurky is the agent, and the agent comes from what? Virtuals. That's the protocol that we've been talking about for a little bit. The same protocol that launched AI XBT, Hexar, Vader AI, all these agents, and these agents are businesses on their own. They have their own wallets. They can do whatever without having any supervision. So they can just execute by themselves and also handle the finance by themselves. And so that's why you see all these virtual protocol tokens do really, really well. There's some platform that is, well, kind of, it's not really the same because their agents are not deep AI like these agents are, and they don't
Hmm.
have their own wallet. So that's a difference. But you notice on Virtual's protocol, all these tokens run to millis.
Dude,
They might
I
sit for a while on some, low market cap like sub 1 mil, and all of a sudden, boom, look at Wire.
these
Wire just went from
agents
1 mil to like 12 mil, boom,
these
right?
agents are killing it. When
They're
you
killing
look,
it.
dude, they're all up. Like this one's up
Yes,
90%. This one's up 88%. Like, or no, what
crazy.
am I looking? What am I looking at? Success rate. Oh, those are
Yes.
its success
So
rates.
here's the
Damn,
deal.
that's
If you
nuts.
if you joined the last campaign of Wire, right? If you joined that campaign and you got a bag, well, it was sub 1 mil, right? You get a multiplier if you're a bag holder. So basically, you're pumping your own back. That thing did 10x. Hexar AI was they have their own leaderboard, so they use the Lurky API to have their own leaderboards, their in-house leaderboards. So farm token, and I was in the top
Or
five for
farm,
farm token as
not
well.
farm, not pharma chain, a different one.
No,
Farm token
no, farm AI. So
with a P, with a
pharmacists,
PH.
yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember we did the Steven
It
time?
wasn't pharma chain. Let me see. Pharma
I
chain.
don't know. No, it was an
Yeah, pharma
AI. It
chain
checks.
AI.
Oh, from the chain AI. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one checks. That the AI checks medical. How do you say? Supplies and where they're at, and then people who need them can quickly check. It can place that order
If the
and get the
pharmacy has
medication
it
to
in
them.
stock, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which
that was
pharmacy has what stock? Yeah.
that's incredibly. I was like, damn, that's a brilliant idea because it's like such a
Yeah.
an important like use case that no one had already developed essentially.
Well, real world use case as well,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's
exactly.
yeah,
That there's a
it's
real like you
fast,
could
it's
a real
inexpensive.
application and it's
Yes,
helpful
and the
for
AI can fill in the form for you, order the stuff, and so it finds it for you, orders it for you, and then that will set the delivery in motion. And so low cost and fast, and so that's why that. But what I was going with this is that each of these have usually their own leaderboards as well. So go figure out to get on these leaderboards, and you buy some tokens. You talk about it in spaces, pumping the back 10x, and then after the fact, you're going to get rewarded for being talking about it as well. So you're just doubling down. I mean, how much alpha do you need? And so I'm holding on to my bag of Lurky because I know when Lurky comes out with another season for Lurky, I'm immediately a 3x multiplier because I'm holding a bag of Lurky.
mm-hmm.
If virtual's coming again, I hold a bag of virtuals, right? And so I mean that's the alpha. If you were interested in making some money, I was surprised to have been making that much.
Yeah. Yeah, that was absolutely insane.
Yeah,
Very cool. Very like unexpected. And
unexpected. But you guys, it is 9:30 here, and I do have to run for AMA time. It's AMA time again. So I'm gonna have to do the outro here and catch you all on the green tomorrow. I hope your your longs went in and that you set your targets and got out at the right time. Because there's some sell pressure coming in. But looking for the bounce here on Bitcoin, right? Looking for a little bit of a bounce. There's big signals that liquidity is coming into the market. Book, I have some interesting stats on that just for nerding out.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
The 150-year liquidity cycle, which actually gives us 26 as a top indicator as well. And I was looking for 26. My indicators say September 26 for the blow off top for Bitcoin. And unfortunately, maybe choppy sideways till then. I don't know. I don't know what we're looking at, but we're going to discuss
Can
that
I get a
another
quick
time.
one in?
Yeah. Yes, quick.
Yeah, so Creekcoin is a token that's backed by commercial real estate, and they're doing an airdrop. So all you got to do is join their
Oh,
Discord, and yeah,
can you
it's
pin
the
that
real
up?
deal. So check that out. I'll pin it up. Yeah, but definitely go look at that token. Like it's you know backed by real estate. That's bullish. I don't like hear about other tokens doing it, and they're actually like doing it. You can read their
Well,
white paper, and why not get an airdrop? You're all talking about the
yeah.
different ways to farm it, and
So
I
this
like to come in here and tell
token
you
on
guys.
its own, but let me give you some alpha on Estate X, which is the layer one blockchain for real estate. So check that one out. Ticker is ESX. It's launched in June, and I failed to check if their main went live already, but they're backed by Tether, and they're listed on Kraken, on Maxi. Or well, you guys need to check it out for yourself. But definitely, can you pin this token you were talking about up? Because I love these real estate tokens. They're gonna do very well, you guys. It's the next big market. Crypto is gonna take over.
Yeah, and I got a giveaway too on my pinned profile for the token as well. So I'm just
Oh,
pinning it
but
up here.
Yeah, pin it up here in the space so also people are listening back to the recording. That's available for them as well. Then, yeah.
For sure.
Let's
Just
go.
did pinned it up. Yeah,
Cool.
always fun.
Crack.
Look forward to the next space. But
Is it
yeah, just
crack?
go jump in their Discord, say EAC sent you, and you're
Yep.
farming the token. Like it's just that easy. Like yeah, go get free money.
Free money, you guys. Go get it. Crack? Is it crack? I love it.
Oh,
Correct.
it's Creek.
Yes.
Yeah, like Creek coin.
Oh,
Yeah,
quick. I'm just gonna call it crack and think it's bullish. That's
sure. You
cool.
know,
I'm gonna make my
that's
own.
how it makes you feel when you swap in. But it's
That's what I'm talking about, right? Get it to the Discord. Get yourself some crack. There we- oh, here we go. What's the ticker?
Yeah. What's the ticker? Where's it at? Yeah. What is the ticker? Where's it at? I got crypto in the bag, send the CA in the chat. Gonna ape another fat. Got a runner on the map, so line of sniping like a gat. And the Soe is moving quickly. I'm the squeezing where they at. I'm trying to bring the Mimquins back. 1,000X is gonna land. I got he chilling in the back, and the gas fees are gonna slap. Where's the ticker? Where's it at?
Yes, you guys. Oh, here we go. Yeah, tomorrow, same time, same space, never fails, right? And we'll be talking about some suey stuff because it's been thirsty Thursday. Go ahead, Tick.
Thank you again for joining us, fam. You guys have a great rest of your day, and we will see you tomorrow. Stay bullish.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming, you guys. Notice on. You know it.